said he checked the weather this morning, -5. And I think we're about 33 here with about 20 miles per hour wind.
So we are in New Mexico, and Derek, lucky guy, drew an Ibex tag, a youth Ibex tag. So this is the last hunt of the season, but it's also the first hunt of the year. It's New Year's Day. We're with Joseph Graham, right? What was your son's name again? Riker. And Riker has a mule deer tag. They're actually down here hunting. Joseph hooked up with us to kind of show us some good spots. We're gonna do a little glassing today, and then Jerry Corliss is coming down. He's gonna guide us on this hunt this afternoon. So looks like big country, and looks like some pretty tough weather. And I think this boy's gonna regret not bringing his rain gear. We'll see how it works out. That was kind of a brief little flurry of activity. They all got up and moved off that knob, dropping down. They're looking for some feed, I think, still trying to stay out of the wind, which is what we're doing here behind the truck. Looks like there's a couple of billies in there that, I mean, they look pretty big, don't they? Yeah. I think so. I think we could probably point him at anything that had a horn on it and he'd be ready to pull the trigger. But this is the first batch that we found, you know, on one of these knobs. We've got 3 other spots that we wanted to try to look at this morning. And our goal this morning was just to try to locate a bunch of bands and start sizing some stuff up and get a feel for it. And try to keep from pulling the trigger on something too quick. So I think we're gonna strap up and load up. We've seen all the billies that are in here. I think there's one that's you know, potentially a shooter. We're gonna go look over some more rams, kind of figure out, you know, size and get a feel for what's going on down here. Sounds like the goal for this unit is to shoot a 40-inch billy, which we've kind of got a feel for, you know, some of the different horn types. Some of them curve real tight, some of them kind of lay out flat with hooks on the end. So we're gonna watch for that horn type and see if we can get a sense for those. And the goal is to try to break 40. They've shot some bigger ones down here, and they've even seen some bigger ones this year. But you know, we'll keep looking for them. But as soon as we see a really solid 40-incher, I think we're gonna break out the big gun. What's that? Hold on, let me check real fast. You think you got something? Our guide made it, so we're ready to pull the trigger. Jerry Corliss is here, Derek, myself, Brian's filming, and we've got some new friends over here that are hunting mule deer and doing a little Ibex glassing on the side, so it's nice to have another set of eyes. We did pretty good today. We saw, boy, I bet we're breaking 100 for numbers, for sheer numbers, and some pretty good looking goats. Just trying to, get our legs under us about, what looks good and what the big ones look like. So that's going pretty good. What are you thinking for tomorrow? What's the idea? Start the circuit again and kind of go back through?
Just continue to glass and try to find the best goat we can.
Mm-hmm. Very cool. Weather looks like it's bad tomorrow again, and then maybe nice on Sunday.
Yeah.
That'll make a difference, I think. It's sure a lot nicer spot with no wind tonight. That was brutal this morning.
Pray for a little more sunshine.
Yeah. I'm not looking forward to riding around on that open seated razor. Well, we'll pack her up for the night, and we'll be back at it first thing in the dark tomorrow morning. Be good. What'd you think? Did you find one?
False alarm.
False
I think
alarm.
it was just a weed.
All right. Sooner or later, that'll be a big one, right? Well, we're in for another day of fog and clouds, it looks like, but at least today we don't have the big wind. We're hunting Ibex. We're in New Mexico. Derek drew a tag. It's a pretty special tag, and it's a pretty cool animal, and it's a pretty neat set of mountains. We're in the Florida Mountains. Hunting with Jerry Corliss, GT Nunn with Frontier Outfitting, got us hooked up, and I've hunted with Billy, Jerry's brother, before. I've done an elk hunt in the past, and so pretty close-knit bunch of guys down here. We've seen a lot of animals. Yesterday we were out here putting some scouting time in while Jerry was driving down to meet up with us. We've seen a lot of animals, but we haven't seen any that were guaranteed shooters, go get them. So we're still going to pick through. And unfortunately, with this fog, it's going to make it hard to pick through. So a little bit of a challenge there, but we're going to maybe get on the 4x4 here and head up, kind of get some different vantage points. If you get closer, you can see through some of that fog, and we'll see if we can find us a good animal today. Little change in plans. Looks like we got another one spotted. We're just getting ready to head up the trail, so we got to call one of our friends down here hunting deer, and he's seen a big billy down on the other end, so we're gonna chase after that one.
We got some
Billy's right there. At 950 yards. If we go after him to the side, we'll kind of open up the back side of that a little bit.
I think the best thing to do is there's a trail around here is just to go around where we can look up on them.
Yeah.
We might even cut across and get over to that rock right there where we can see up, because they may feed right into that big bowl.
If we can close 300 yards on those guys, then this kid's ready to shoot.
Yeah, the biggest problem is just making sure that we find the right one, because there's a bunch of billies in the group.
He's trying to put his ammo in my backpack. Can you believe that?
Yes. think if we just get out here to this flat right here, I don't even think we gotta make it across. Just right here in this flat right here, Aaron.
Okay. 850. Find your spot, dude. Oh, it's just over 800 yards. Here. Right here. See this? Get up, get going, Dan. Eric.
14 minutes. 14 and a quarter.
Well, we were close. We just wanted to close that distance down inside that 800 yards just because there's this hill and that bluff. We got that east wind coming. I just didn't feel comfortable taking a shot over 1,000 yards. We got set up about 30 seconds too late. He fed right over the hill right there, right as Derek was getting ready to get serious on the trigger. I think we're going to kind of hang here just for a sec and watch and just see if they feed back out around that corner. It'll put them on a face there, just over 800. But what we think is going to happen is they're going to bail off on that far side, which means we're going to have to put about 4 or 5 miles on to get set back up in that position where we can take a shot. Hey, well, our guys down on the flat hunting mule deer, they glance back up and they can see him back up in there. We're thinking that the best chance is to head back out, make a big circle around, and then instead of hiking up the mountain and chasing them this way, we're going to hike up the next mountain over and look back into these fingers and ridges and see if we can see them that way. I like that plan. Right now the wind's been pretty good. You know, we're dealing with maybe 5-mile-an-hour winds. It's been switching back and forth just a little bit, but I feel pretty comfortable shooting 800 to 1,000 yards with a 5-mile-an-hour wind that's fairly steady. Wind picks up like yesterday. That's not an option. We'll have to get a lot closer, but let's just hope the wind holds and we don't get any rain or snow and the fog doesn't drop and the Ibex stay in a shootable spot. Well, it was a little bit of a pull around here, but we circled all the way around to the east side of that big canyon that they fed into. It looks like it's going to be shootable across. We got some guys that are putting some eyes on him right now. We're going to hustle up around this draw and up on top, see if we can get in a shooting spot before the snow comes in. Derek just went up there and pulled a range. How far? 722. 722? You gonna shoot him or what? They're trying to decide if he's there. There were so many really nice billies in that bunch. You know, 3, 4 that were probably 40 inch, over 40 inch, and then there's a couple that are big, you know, pushing that 43, 44 inch range. That's the ones we want to take. We just gotta pick them out. Go check these out. 11 and a half minutes. Right over top of it. Shoot again, quick.
Okay.
Let that little one clear. There you go.
Right there.
Behind
Behind him.
He's the furthest left.
Okay, there he is, Derek. He's out by in the snow.
He just fixed his up on a rock, facing you.
Facing us.
That him going away?
No,
No,
he's going left.
Going
Okay,
left.
gotcha. Come on.
There we go. He's done.
That's the
I
one.
was right behind the shoulder.
Good shot, buddy.
He's down.
Finally. Dude. Hey, what's that?
He scoped himself.
All right. Felt that.
Congratulations.
Thanks, dude. Good job, buddy.
Alright, go get him. I'll be right here.
Yeah. Thank you.
What's that,
That
750?
that last was 780. So that one was a good shot, and we weren't fast enough, and he just stepped out of it, got one in the leg, and then after that it's a rodeo. But good shooting.
It's fun to watch those bullets trace in.
Yeah. So we ended up shooting the. We shot the one that had the tighter curl or the.
No. It was more straight horn.
Jammed up. Look at that thing.
It's not coming out.
It's not coming out.
It's not coming out.
We're gonna have to go over to
Let
the
me
left.
get below you, and we'll see if we can get him over the foot.
He stinks like a goat, don't he?
Yeah.
Look at that. Ready? Go over.
Grab his horn.
I want to bring him to the left, though. I don't want him in that cactus.
That's pretty awesome.
Yeah, when you're looking at him right here, he looks more like a wagon wheel like we talk.
Yeah.
But he doesn't have anything to compare. Those other ones we were looking at, if you'll remember, they hooked around, so they would have started bending right in here. And that's where that stripe falls into play, because those things start curving right in here at this stripe. So you got to watch it. Even a straight horn billy will get you, because it looks like in this one here, you know, his horn will come plumb back to mid body when he's got his head forward. There's just a lot of different things
He
you
looked
gotta
like
look
he
at.
could almost, when we seen him on the other side, it looked like he'd almost scratch his butt with
Yeah,
it.
yeah, they do.
Put
And
their head back. They
that's
could
why
reach
it's
back
really tough. When you got all them together, you're just trying to really figure it out, because you don't want to mess it up. I mean, it's a once in a lifetime permit. I mean, you drew a youth tag, so you still have an opportunity to come hunt. And there's muzzleloader, obviously, but for youth, with being 16, you'll never draw it again. I guarantee you.
Dude.
Yeah, definitely. Congratulations.
New Mexico's been good to us, specifically Cabela's tags. This billy and the sheep that I drew on a wheeler, both of those got drawn through Cabela's tags.
Nice.
And you know, that gives us a chance to draw stuff where either we wouldn't be putting in for it just because the budget would be too big, or else we just wouldn't even be thinking about it. And with those guys, it's like you just put in for everything.
Yeah, it's a pretty neat system that those guys have set up.
Is that our first mountain animal hunt together?
That I killed something. Yeah.
Yeah, very cool. Got more to go, huh? Hopefully.